The whole cake is just cake.
Jersey has a population of roughly 9 million.
I'm Larry Fitzmaurice from the Portsmouth Concerned Citizens, and we're here with a number of other allied groups to protest the coming cables coming up the Secundit River. They will bore underground. It will bore underground up the street just to our west from here, and we don't know much about it because our council's not telling us much about it. Hopefully that will change. But there's lots of questions, and they need to be answered. And if they're good solutions, then they should be willing to talk about them in public.
Here's not walking out.
If you want to take a minute and just kind of stand behind the sign, that'd be great. The chairs, you can leave the chairs here.
And then we bought another house in Highland Park. So we have 2 houses in Highland Park. Well, it will be your friends.
About these issues that we keep hearing, a lot of rumors around town saying, hey, they're bringing in these big high voltage cables down here. To produce electricity, you can go to Brayton Point Power Station to provide electricity to Massachusetts. And we're like, what? What are you talking about? So when we tried to get on the agenda of the town council, they denied us. And then we tried again, they denied us again. And then while organizing this rally, I've gotten calls from people down the Cape, people from New Jersey, and different other areas. And they said, guess what? That's happening to all of our coastal towns. They're just hitting up with the administrators or the town council members or the selectmen, and they have these closed door meetings without the public being involved. And I don't think that's right.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ralph Kraft. I'm a Portsmouth resident. I am a Portsmouth small business owner, and the business that I own is in the fishing industry. Okay, I own a tackle shop. I have a lot of concerns about this. I am one of the people, as he just said, that is not completely up to speed with what's going on. But what I expect and I demand from the people who are going to profit from this is that they do their due diligence in finding out what they're going to do to the marine life. For many of you, you may not fish like we do 100 miles offshore, but whether you do it commercially, recreationally, but the places that we go to, many of them are involved in this area. I find it incredibly hard that you can tell me that this will not impact the marine life. And we're talking from squid, menhaden, the bait fish basically, all the way through striped bass, tuna, cod, you know, at bottom, monkfish has already been, we can take scalps, but all the way up to whales, all the way up to whales. These are going to be out in the middle of the water, and thanks to someone here, because I was asking this, that windmill right there is basically 1/3 the size of what's going to be out in the ocean. We're talking 1,500 to 2,000 of them.
Hi, my name's Constance Gee. And I live over on Westport, just over the Massachusetts line from Rhode Island. The wind industry, our federal government, the marine science community, all of them know this much for certain. The sonar surveying they are using to site transmission cabling and offshore wind turbines causes harm and mortality to marine animals. They know the intense noise of pounding thousands of 36, 40 feet diameter turbine monopiles deep into the seabed, 150 feet into the seabed, along with the increase of ship traffic during construction and for maintenance afterwards will do the same. Disturb injure, and kill marine life. We've done our research. Don't let me fill my glasses. We've done our research, carefully combing through thousands of pages of documents submitted to the federal agency NOAA Fisheries, requesting ITAs, incidental take authorizations, by 27 offshore wind projects from North Carolina to Massachusetts. What is a take authorization? NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, defines it as the harassment, injury, and killing of marine mammals. Harassment, injury, and killing of marine mammals. More broadly, takes include harming, harassing, trapping, capturing, wounding, or killing a species, either directly or by degrading its habitat to such an extent that it impairs or disrupts that species' essential behaviors. As if killing the planet to save it is the solution. Please help us stop this. Educate yourself, talk to your friends and neighbors, and never again vote for an elected official who wants to see this happen. Pay attention to what is getting ready.
Everyone, I'm Lisa Quattracki-Knight, and thank you so much for coming, and thank you for letting me speak, actually. You will not like what I have to say. Unlike most of our politicians, I'm going to tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth about these wind farms. A year ago, I could never have imagined myself here talking about offshore wind. I was inclined initially to support the idea of offshore wind. I'm not a marine biologist. I'm a physician and a neuroscientist. But now, out of necessity, I have educated myself on this subject, and I feel compelled to speak and teach and tell you what I have learned. Why have I educated myself? Because a year ago, when I first heard about these developments, no one could answer any of my questions. I could not understand why my neighbors, even those living on the coast, did not know anything about the plans. I would ask about the wind farms. They would say, "What wind farms?" They did not realize that over 2,000 turbines were about to occupy 1,400 square miles, which is the same amount as 900,000 square acres that Bill mentioned, an area larger than our entire state. No one seemed to know the turbines would be up to 1,000 feet tall, taller than any building in Boston, taller than anything else ever constructed in the ocean. Even China has not attempted to build wind complexes of this size. No one seemed to know how close the turbines were to shore. They seem to assume what goes on in Europe will apply here. But in Europe, they are building wind farms 65 miles away from the coast. Why then are they building these just 13 miles off the coast of Rhode Island? Why have the wind farm developers kept everything so secretive that we collectively knew so little about them? When I asked about the wind farms to people who at least had read something about them in the Seconic Times, they assumed I was worried about the view, not the massive industrialization about to take place in the midst of one of the most fertile and fragile ecosystems in the world.
I'm State Representative Patricia Morgan, so perfect timing. I'm actually from the other side of the bay, and I don't touch the ocean. I'm from West Warwick in Coventry. And I'm here because I'm concerned. I have been reading, I have been, like the former speaker, trying to get information from the wind energy companies, and they won't even give it to me. So I am here to listen to you guys. You've done so much homework, and I hope everybody who has homework will share it with me. I am concerned about the environmental degradation that's going to be happening. And more than that, I am really concerned about your quality and standard of living. There are enormous financial and environmental costs to these projects. Don't call them farms. They are not farms. So I am here. I want to listen. I want to find out everything, and I will send your message as much as I can to the other politicians. Okay? If you have information or want to get in touch with me, I have my card, so come and get it.
Submarine cables from to Boston to Hartford and to the places where they're going to use the power. And that right now, the way they're doing this, it's the cheapest method for them to do it. The cables are 800 megawatts, and Pilgrim Nuclear Plant on Cape Cod was 680. The output was 680 megawatts. So these residential streets are going to have at least 800 megawatts, and possibly later 2 or 3 sets more cables, and you'll have probably 4 Pilgrim Nuclear Plant power outputs through the residential streets of this neighborhood.
My name's Dave Moriarty from Falmouth, Massachusetts. I just want to thank all you people for coming out. It's very impressive, because this is what's going to stop these projects, is the people. It's not going to be, and it's all going to be settled in court, unfortunately. It's very expensive. But anyway, I just want to let you know, Falmouth has said no twice. And our Board of Selectmen has said no to Mayflower Wind, South Coast Wind. Our town meeting has said no to South Coast Wind. And they're still negotiating behind closed doors. So it doesn't, whatever your politicians tell you, it doesn't mean a thing. They've been lying to us for years, years upon years. They never tell the truth. Don't ever believe a wind developer. Their lips are moving, they're lying.
Everybody, my name is Christopher Brown. I'm a commercial fisherman from Point Judith, Rhode Island. I'm also the president of the Seafood Harvesters of America. We're the largest group of fishing organizations with membership that goes from Maine to Alaska. And we met with them twice, and in the meantime, from the first meeting to the second, which was only 3 months apart, the head of Biden's team went to work for a wind farm developer. If that is patently an incestuous relationship, you train them, give them all the secrets, all the codes, all the handshakes, and then you turn them loose into a wind farm